I call in Jeff Buckley. The spirit of Jeff Buckley, if you are here, I would like to interview you. I know that you have ascended. It has been said, though I don't know if this is through actual evidence or if it is through physical body, ego, that you do not communicate with many. But I have felt you close to me on several occasions since since I discovered your music, about 15 years ago. And I am just discovering my gifts, and I know that you came to me last year. We are not unfamiliar. We are familiars. So I do know that your presence has been with me before. So I'm calling on it again to assist me, because I would like to interview you. And I would like to do this. It's my first time. And I'm nervous, but I'm excited. And I would like you to come through to let me interview you. He said, yes, baby, let's do this. He's right next to me. In my third eye, I can see him next to me to my immediate left. And oh, he comes, yes. It's funny because I know he's on the left because it's yin energy, it's feminine. And he's contacting that part of me right now. And that's the part of me that's most useful in this process. It's like the yang sort of shuts down so that the yin can help to process what this is. It's like he's sitting on a couch, but I don't have a couch near me, so it's like I'm seeing him sitting on a couch in my third eye, but I don't know. And he's sprawled out, and he's wearing a white t-shirt, and his hair is down. It's longish like it was. Curly. Almost like it's like how it's like I have an image of him looking as though seeing an album cover of his, or the cover of a single of his where it's black and white. So I'm seeing him sort of in black and white. Okay, so so he's got jeans on, but they're like gray and white, sort of speckled, like very 90s, if I will. Boots, belt, leaning on his right. He's leaning on his right hand. He's got like a fist, and he's leaning on it. And his left leg is up. Oh, he said, what do you want to talk? Oh, that's very cool. I want to know who you hang out with on the other side. Okay, he said Jim. Heath. Lennon. It's a lot of musical people. He said Benny, but I don't know who Benny is. Benny, he said Benny. Yeah, okay, so there's like, okay, so it's River Phoenix, Heath Ledger, Jim Morrison. Why do I feel like saying Benny Goodman, but I don't know who Benny Goodman is. I think that that's a musician, but I don't know. So they all kind of chill. They have a similar energy, so they vibe. He's saying they vibe. I asked him what he liked most about living on Earth, and he said, at first he said the food, and then he said, I was on a mission. I was on a mission to... Okay, he's specifying right now that he was on a mission to collaborate with the people that he did, the musicians that he worked with, the band. There was a camaraderie there. Oh, he's showing, okay. He's been with them a lot. He had been with them a lot, many times in many forms. And he's saying that they were on a mission, a collaborative mission, to learn, I think, what it's like to be artists in the spotlight. I mean, it's very simple, but that was part of it. It's not all of it, but that's part of it. He didn't really like being in the spotlight. He did and he didn't. I think he's managed to get there by doing what he needed to do, but he didn't like it once he got there. What's sad is that his physical connections to people were limited. There was a great deal blocking him from receiving love fully from other people. There was a detachment, a disconnect, and that was stemmed from his childhood. He didn't feel disconnected entirely, he says. But he got to a point where he reached a limit and then detached. But it's not that he couldn't really truly receive love wholly. I mean, he did with certain people, his mother. But it's like with people on the outside, even when he was unknown, there was that thing. So he, especially as he got, well, he was in the spotlight, he became more, I don't know, there was a even bigger gap between him and others. I asked him what fed him the most artistically. People. He was an observer of life rather than a participant in it, so people, gratitude, he found a lot of beauty in the muck, in the slobber, in the very grungy, disgusting parts of human existence. And he drew from that. Because, in a way, he says it encapsulated a pain that was a pool of pain that he drew upon when he was creating. Like a dumpster of pain. I asked him what he thinks about today's music, and he was like, it's, first, it was like, it's trash, but then he's like, he pulls back, he's like, music is created for what is needed right now. So, what's here can be sort of unfamiliar to those who just aren't really present and everything. But you'll notice that music kind of is established in a lot of ways based on the environment of what is happening in that moment, in those moments. So, and you'll see that in every decade there was music that was based on what was happening in the world and the emotions. I guess there's always these energetic shifts that occur. And so with it, creatively, we shift as well. I don't know if I'm getting everything right that he's saying, but I have to just kind of trust that I'm getting into a flow, and then it'll come. I'm afraid to look at him sometimes because I love him so much. I think well, let's see if I can ask him something specific. I think, okay, I asked him if he knew he was going to die young, like if he felt it coming. He said he had dreams, and obviously a lot of his work reflected the eventuality of his untimely death, especially Grace. It's almost eerily similar. So he was very connected. I asked him, was he more connected to the spirit realm than the physical realm when he was in the body? And he said yes. He shows me himself with kind of stretched out legs, like he's got one foot in the sea and one foot on land. And that's kind of how it was. And that's how it is for a lot of people. But to be an artist and be connected mostly to the spirit realm means you're going to pull on a lot of things that you don't necessarily fully understand due to being in the physical body. And a lot of his art was like that. He still plays the guitar over there. I see him kind of like in a band, you know. He's working with other people musically. On the other side, he's helping people that are in the physical realm here create them, like, he's helping them. He's still got a hand in creation. And helping people it is a lot to do with inspiration. Getting people to really truly feel themselves and other people. This has to end because I'm being interrupted.